Fall is all about cozy comforts, but when you're prioritizing your health, it's easy to feel like you're missing out. With Hero Bread, you can enjoy all your fall favorites because they're made with Hero Bread sliced bread loaves, tortillas, bagels, dinner rolls, and more. Try their all-new Hero Noodles with 12 grams of protein and just 80 calories. So skip replacing every carb with cauliflower and indulge in your breakfast, lunch, and dinner time favorites while still hitting your goals. From breakfast bagels and meal prepped enchiladas to mouth-watering burgers and cheesy noodles. You won't believe Hero Bread's options have 0 to 5 grams net carbs and are high fiber from the taste and texture. They've even got small batch drops of indulgent favorites like the popular Hero Croissant. And right now, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code FALL25 at checkout. That's fall25 at hero.co. All figures are per serving of Hero Bread. Contains 2 to 18 grams of fat per serving. See the product nutrition panels on hero.co for more information.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. It's everything you never needed to know. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
You know the game chess, Nick, right?
Yes.
Where did chess originate from?
What is the most stolen food in the world? Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And this week we scoured the internet to find out these useless facts just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your questions in the mailbag segment. Oh, yes, this week more birthday message testimonials. And in the news, a family came face to face with a naked stranger in their home, and then he jumped in a pond.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Are you hungry for useless information?
Your weekly sweet and savory facts of totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Come and get it!
Thank you for joining us. Every time she does that, man, like the hairs like stand up on the back of my neck. Thanks for joining us. 90 countries around the world. We really appreciate all of your support.
Is that where your hair went?
Yes, that's where it all went. It's like real estate, location, location, location. Are you kidding? I have a full a full family of bears on my back. Anyway, we appreciate all of you listening around the globe, in North America, in Toronto, here where I am, in Florida, where Roy is, and you know what? Coast to coast to coast. In Canada and across the iHeartRadio Talk Network, we have more and more birthday messages to talk to you about. So lots of stuff going on in the show, so we're glad you joined us on this journey. But first, let me get to this first food fact. I have to clean my microphone after that alliteration. First food fact. Cottage cheese. You like cottage cheese?
I do not like cottage cheese.
Neither do I. I don't
Too
think so.
curdy for me.
Yeah, exactly. Cottage cheese is fresh cheese made from curdled milk. Nice.
Yeah.
Originated from the practice of using leftover milk in farmhouses and cottages to make the cheese. The name itself reflects its origin, with the cheese being associated with the simple cheese making and in small dwellings, basically. And so the cottage cheese, the term cottage cheese, emerged in America in the mid 1800s.
My mom bought me, well, she actually bought it for my son, a mozzarella cheese making kit.
Yeah.
And you curd the milk. And by putting in, you could use vinegar, but you can also use acid and so on.
Yeah.
And the milk just curds into these curds. And of course, the cottage cheese and ricotta cheese, is the simplified curd. And usually it's the curd made from the whey that's left over from the cheese curd. It's pretty interesting.
So it's the way you curd your cheese.
There's a way.
A way.
You know, where there's a cheese, there's a way.
New slogan. Wow.
Cheers, Nick. Cheers to hot chocolate.
Yay.
Yes. In the Mayan and Aztec cultures, they worshipped the caco plant.
Right. Okay.
Which is where cocoa comes from.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
And the fact that they made the cocoa into a drink that they would use for mostly religious and wedding ceremonies.
Really?
So
Oh,
instead of toasting with the champagne, they used hot chocolate or a chocolate drink as their form of toasting the bride and groom in a wedding ceremony.
that's awesome. You know, we
Isn't that
might.
cool?
It is. You know, we might include that. We in order, and along with birthday messages, we do anniversary messages, and sometimes we put in some useless facts about traditions of weddings and stuff. Maybe we'll add that one instead of champagne toast. It'll be hot chocolate toast, cocoa toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Cocoa toast for the anniversaries.
Awesome. All right. So here's my teaser. The most stolen food in the world. We just talked about it. Cheese. Cheese is indeed often cited as the most stolen food in the world. According to several studies, they suggest that
That's because it's easy to put the curds in your pocket.
right, exactly, and then you're on your you put your curds in your pocket,
Then you're on your way.
and then you're on your way. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works, right? So studies suggest that 4% of all cheese produced globally. Think about that: 4% of all the cheese that's produced globally goes missing, often due to shoplifting and organized crime.
Yeah, the organized cheese crime.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. That's a big thing, Nick. You know, there's a cheese mafia.
Oh yeah. No, exactly.
The Swiss have a cheese mafia.
They do, and you know what? They also have a Swiss Army knife.
The Germans do too.
Yeah.
There's the big crime boss, Mr. Lindberger.
Lindbergh. That's right.
In Deutschland.
And
Okay.
and they all have cottages. They make cottage cheese. Okay, what else?
That's where they store it. All the swag cheese goes to the cottage.
Yeah, see, there you have it.
Well, you say potato, I say potato, right?
yeah.
Well, you say yam, and I say sweet potato.
Oh, really?
No.
No.
Most people think yams and sweet potatoes are
Yes.
the same thing.
Yes, they're the same. No.
They are not the same, Nick. Stop it now. Stop being foolish.
Fine, whatever.
And take that cheese out of your pocket.
I'm really happy to see you.
There are two completely different plants. In fact, the yams are what they call a one embryotic seed leaf, while the sweet potato is a two embryotic seed leaf.
Okay.
Okay. So the yams are related to the lily family, whereas the sweet potatoes are related to the morning glory flower family.
Wow.
But they are originated from flowering plants.
Two different.
And of course, through time. By the way, they're called yams because in Africa, yams are grown all over the place. It's a big staple item like the regular potato would have been in Europe.
Right.
But when the slaves came over, we were growing sweet potatoes in the United States. They just picked them and said, oh, yams. And so they would say, got the yams, and the yams, sweet potatoes and yams got a confusing thing going
because
on.
one thought was the other. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, everyone remembers as a child. It doesn't matter how you grow up, where you grow up, eat your vegetables, right? We all heard that as growing up.
Eat them.
Did you? You hated them?
Eat them.
Oh, eat them. Okay. Isn't that cheese? Back to the cheese. Eat them.
Say cheese.
So the most hated, here are the most hated vegetables, according to some surveys, okay? The turnip is number one at 27% of those studied said they hated turnips. Beets, number two at 26%. Radish.
I love beets.
Beets are great. They're great for you. Although, after you eat some beets and you go to the washroom after a while, and then you go, oh my God, no, it's not. It's just the beets going through your system.
Yeah.
Radishes, 23%. Brussels sprouts, 21%.
I even like that song, Nick. We got the beets.
Right. We do. In at 20% are artichoke, eggplants, and butternut squash, according to this survey. Zucchini and mushrooms at 18%, and rounding out the most hated vegetables in this study, asparagus at 16%.
I hate asparagus.
You know, I have a love-hate relationship with asparagus. It tastes good, but it depends on how.
I'm
I
pretty
don't know.
technical here.
Yeah, relationship with asparagus.
It's like when I put the asparagus in my pocket with the cheese.
Right. Cheese curd.
Asparagus and cheese sauce.
Yes. Yeah. No way.
No, I hate asparagus. It's just one of those things. I just don't like it. But I did think of the great commercial for the beet industry,
Which
right?
is, yeah.
We got the beets.
Yeah.
Everybody eating the beets.
I got beets.
I love beets. I do my own beets because I'm diabetic. I pickle them with a sweetener and vinegar.
No, it's one of the best. I love beets. Oh, it's just so good.
Cardiovascular. It's fantastic.
It's awesome.
Dilates your blood vessels.
It's perfect. You just drink the beet juice.
Yeah. And then you get the beets too.
Yeah.
You drink enough of that, you'll get the beets, all right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are dynamite, aren't they?
Love them.
Yeah. Well, they're actually dynamite.
I was going to say dynamite. Wait a minute.
Peanuts
Yeah.
are really dynamite. They have, listen, peanuts have glycerol in them.
Yeah.
Glycerol is the main ingredient of nitroglycerin, which is dynamite.
Wow.
Yes. So peanuts, they get glycerol from peanuts and then mix it with a couple of other things to get dynamite. But glycerin is very highly volatile. So the next time you're putting on that peanut butter, you better think twice. Don't let it get near the cheese.
No. Exploding cheese. Dynamite. On the Heinz ketchup bottles, you see Heinz 57, right?
57 varieties.
57 varieties. The number 57 in Heinz ketchup bottles is a marketing slogan, not an indicator of the number of products the company offers. It was introduced in 1896 by Henry J. Heinz, inspired by a shoe store's 21 Styles advertisement. So while the company's always offered more than 57 products, the number became well-recognized part of the Heinz brand. You just said 57 varieties. He chose 57 because 5 was his lucky number and 7 was his wife's lucky number, and he believed the combination had a memorable quality. And sure enough, you just proved it does.
He's probably a faker, you know.
Is he? Why?
He was a faker.
He was.
Because, I mean, think about it. He probably was lying. He was like, the competition's got more stuff than we do. We're going to put down 57.
Right.
You ever go into Baskin Robbins to see 36 flavors? I've never.
It's 31. In fact,
whatever. 31. You go in there, they got like 10 different flavors.
Right.
Where's the other?
Well,
21?
but I think what you do is when you combine the two flavors, you create your own, you see.
Nick, I'm upset. I'm a little mad about this. You know, to mention that ketchup was invented for rancid meat.
Yep.
To cover the gamey taste and the mutton, and it's disgusting.
Oh God, nothing for me.
And I think actually Heinz started off with Worcestershire sauce.
Right. Worcestershire.
Which is another story all in itself. We're going down the rabbit hole again.
There we go. There's the rabbit hole.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
Remember those endless summer days that felt like they just last forever? Sun rays kiss your skin. Grass tickles your toes as you bite into the creamy popsicle melting in your hand. Pure, unbothered bliss. Capture more sun-drenched memories with the Orange Vanilla Dream Hydration Multiplier from Liquid IV. This nostalgic vanilla flavor with notes of candied orange can help keep you hydrated while savoring your favorite golden hour moments. No matter how hot your summer gets, just one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. It's 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, with 8 vitamins and nutrients for refreshing on-the-go hydration. Live your summer dream with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code INDULGE20 at checkout. That's code INDULGE20 at liquidiv.com.
Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Real balsamic vinegar.
As opposed to...
Now, Nick, you've been to Italy.
Yes.
And you go to Italy and you go into a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they give you a salad and they bring over vinegar.
Yes.
And oil. And most of the time, the vinegar they bring over is balsamic vinegar,
Yeah,
depending on where you are in Italy, but
Yeah,
a wine vinegar.
I remember that. It was delicious.
But, right. And it's wild because you pour the balsamic vinegar out, it's so thick, and the flavor is just insane. The sweetness, the tartness to it, it's just insane. You want to drink it out of the bottle.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we, in this country, we have balsamic vinegar. You open it up, you pour it out, it's pouring out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the same. In fact, it's very much like, remember we spoke about wasabi?
Yes. Yes.
Being fake. It's
Yep.
mostly horseradish. It's
Yeah.
not really wasabi.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with balsamic vinegar, which in Italy could be aged for 12, 15 years and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What we have is nothing more than regular vinegar, colored and thickened and sweetened.
Wow.
So it's fake.
Fake.
Now we're blowing the lid on this, Nick.
We are. We are here to provide totally useless information and blow the lids off things. Go
That's going to be the new show that we release.
Yes.
Nick and Roy are blowing the lids off things.
That's right. Go to our website, nickandroy.com, and you click on the Nick and Roy store, and you'll find
Nick,
the birthday.
they've got to go to nickandroy.com because, folks, it's insane what's happening with the birthday messages and the anniversary messages. It's nuts. Nick and I are doing these things. We can't even keep up, but they're the greatest gift you'll ever get anybody. I'm telling you, we stumbled upon the secret weapon. Mm-hmm. The person who has everything. They don't have this. And if they do, then they do have everything.
Well, they will. They will. Actually, you know what? They will have everything once you order the Nick and Roy birthday message.
You go to nickandroy.com. You type on the Nick and Roy store. Just tap on it. It's right up on the top.
Yeah.
It's the greatest gift you'll ever get somebody. It's inexpensive, and you are going to be the superstar of that person's life. I'm telling you right now.
I'm glad you said that because later in the mailbag segment, we have some feedback. But let me give you one now because we had so much feedback. I have to sprinkle it within the show as well as in the mailbag segment. Terry ordered a birthday message for his son. Then he ordered an anniversary message for his friends. So I asked for feedback, and they said that they came back from the anniversary couple celebration. They were surprised that there was such a service of anniversary messages, and they love the fact that it was a Canadian product, but I mean, it's a combination. It's a North American product, really. But they shared it with family and friends.
We're proving to the world that Canada and the United States actually work together.
Exactly. They shared it with family and friends such that you'll be receiving few orders, so we're going to get busier. And P.S., he says, I'll be in touch with another birthday in November. So this is all you have to do. Join what everyone else is doing. Give the greatest gift ever. And that's at nickandroy.com on Nick and Roy store.
Step right up here. Step right up, folks. Don't be shy. Move it.
Move it.
Totally useless information with Nick and Roy present Games People Play.
She has such authority when
She's
says
like a damn circus huckster.
Yes, she is.
The oldest board game. I love this because of games, you know?
Yeah.
So what is the oldest board game?
I think everyone would guess chess.
No, actually, it's from 3100 BC.
Oh.
3100 BC.
Yeah.
And the game itself was produced in Egypt. It is a board consisting of 30 squares.
Okay.
And each player gets 2 sets of pawns, which they move, I believe, with die. They throw a die and move spaces.
Okay.
But this game was invented in 3100 BC. It would be the precursor to chess and checkers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's that old.
You were there, Nick.
I was. In fact, I was the first winner of the first board game ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically,
Nick, the other player that Nick was playing with was bored silly.
Right. That's what they call the board game. Sonic the Hedgehog is bad. The design of Sonic the Hedgehog's shoes was inspired by Michael Jackson's footwear, but specifically his boots from the Bad music video. The contrast between the red and white colors on the album cover of Bad influenced the color scheme of Sonic's shoes. And additionally, Sonic's overall design included his personality, which was influenced by, and you're going to love this, Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, somehow the creators, the designers of the Sonic the Hedgehog had Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton in mind. Give that
Now
man
Michael Jackson knows where the other glove went. Before I asked you about the oldest board game, and you said chess.
That's right.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you don't know anything.
Yes.
Useless intelligence.
Yes.
UI.
UI. We don't provide AI. We don't use AI in our show. We provide UI, which is useless
UI,
intelligence.
which is much better than a poke in the eye.
Oh, absolutely. Ouch.
Chess, Nick, originated,
Yes.
just so you know.
Yeah.
Where do you think it originated?
Well, since I'm going to take a wild guess, and I think everyone in our audience will guess at the same time because they're just as intelligent as I am, and that is, because they're listening to the show, Egypt, because that's where the first board game was.
Right. People think Egypt, China, so on and so forth.
Right, yeah.
No,
Was it? No?
India.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. And the game was called Chutaranja.
Okay.
Okay. Chutaranja. Now, this was my tease, where it
Right.
was chess originated.
Right.
Okay. So the Indians called it Chutaranja. It was a game, exactly the same board as chess,
All right.
with figures of the four. And Chutaranja means 4 divisions of military: infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariots.
Right.
Of course, it would evolve into the horse, which is the rook,
Mm-hmm.
the castle, which is the knight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is the castle, which is again all military oriented.
Right.
But the game evolves into the king and queen because it moves into Europe and the hierarchy and changes. But the original game was from India called Chutaranja, and that was the 4 divisions of military. And that's the origins of chess.
Yeah, we Chucharanja, I thought maybe it was still in the food section because I thought maybe it was something like you have on the side with potatoes or something. Chucharanja.
Yeah, you always add a little chucharanga to
Chucharanja. The ever popular, really, really popular. This game has been really gaining steam. They've made movies about it. It's really hitting the box office records.
Very popular game, you're saying.
Minecraft.
What is this Minecraft?
It's some game. I don't know, and we're going to sound like we're out of touch, but you know what? Because we are. Minecraft mistake. Minecraft's creeper was indeed created as a result of the coding error. So I guess there's a Minecraft creeper. I don't know what that means, and don't judge us if you know it. But anyway, there's Minecraft's creeper. It was created as a result of a coding error in the computer language when they wrote the game. So Marcus,
in fact, that's what girls used to call Nick during his dating days.
Which is
a
what?
Creeper.
Right, yeah. I thought it was a coding mistake.
Nick was the inventor of Minecraft.
Right, yeah, exactly. But no, the actual creator was Marcus Notch Person, was developing
three names. Nick.
3 names. But Notch is in quotes, so he's basically nicknamed Notch. But anyway, he was developing the pig mob. I guess there's a pig mob in this Minecraft game. He accidentally swapped the height and length values, resulting in an unusual tall and thin creature. But instead of deleting it, he decided to use it as a hostile mob, adding a green texture and explosive behavior.
You know why I don't play that game, Nick?
Why?
Because the way you're explaining it right now is exactly why I don't play
it. because you got bored with the game.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it might as well be a board game.
Right? Yeah,
I'm bored just listening.
No, but it's extremely popular. In fact, I think McDonald's is marketing.
Yeah,
some
Minecraft
of
their,
it's huge.
Games,
it's huge.
Yeah, it's like that game where you build a community or
it's
something.
It's The Sims, right? The Sims.
The Sim City or whatever.
Sim City. Yeah. All right.
I don't know about that either. Oh. I don't have time for games.
That's right. We don't. That's why we do total.
I don't have time for fun and games.
That's right. As you're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com.
Nick and Roy for Tom's Place. Hi, where can you beat the heat? With hot deals at Toronto's best destination for designer menswear and unbeatable prices. It's Tom's Place, and he's clearing out their entire summer inventory, and that means massive savings for you.
Like select designer suits that normally retail for $650. Get ready, folks. $350,
Wow.
or pick 3 for only $950. Beautiful sport jackets are only $259. And get this, designer casual and dress pants reduced down, get ready, $70.
Wow, that's when Roy wears pants. For the perfect look at a wedding, a job interview, or a night out, Tom's Place has you covered from head to toe. Suits, casual wear, shoes, and accessories. Find a perfect addition to your wardrobe and look your absolute best.
Everything is on clearance to make way for fall merchandise at blowout prices that won't last long.
The very best designer menswear is found at Tom's Place, open daily at 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market in Toronto. Tom's Place will suit you.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Nick, this one I love.
Yes, why?
Everyone knows Pacman, right?
Yes?
In case you go around, you gobbling up all them little things, The guy's name is Tora Inawata.
Right.
He invented the game in 1980.
Okay.
This guy, Tora,
Right.
he invents Pac-Man, right?
Right.
So he's sitting there inventing this game. This
Right.
guy must have been a real stoner,
Why?
okay? Because Pac-Man was inspired when he saw a pizza with one slice taken out of it.
Ah,
And think about it. That's what Pac-Man looks like, a pizza with a slice taken out of it.
That's right.
This guy must have been stoned out of his mind going, oh, wow, yo, look at the pizza. It's got a slice taken out of it.
and he saw Ghost. He's like, what is that? So I'm glad you talked about Pac-Man. So I have.
Are you glad, Nick?
I'm really glad. Look at my face. Just look at my face in this audio podcast.
I
and
don't
radio
want
show.
to. Please.
There you go. So
Please, I didn't do anything wrong.
what you shut up, didn't you? What the puck is what I call this one.
Yes.
So Pac-Man was originally named Pacman in Japan. The name
Burrow, probably again.
The name was changed to Pac-Man for international releases due to concerns that the original name could be easily vandalized to an offensive term by altering the P to an F. The Japanese Pacman which inspired the
Pacman.
change, is derived from the sound paku paku, which describes the flapping or snapping of a mouth.
Yeah.
What?
Paku, 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 paku.
It was. Let's go back in history a little bit. So those of you in the audience who have been with us for along the journey, thank you, 5+ years. Roy and I really met in high school. I almost said grew up in high school, but then again, we never grew up. So
Never grew up,
No,
yeah.
not at all. So Roy and I met in high school, and Roy ran for school president. As a matter of fact, I'll share some more with the audience, and that is, so this week, Roy, well, I guess we're cleaning out some stuff, and you found the poster that said Roy LoCascio.
It's the original poster, because back then, folks, you would cut things out with scissors,
Right.
and glue them to a piece of paper, and
Cut
then
and
make
paste.
photocopies,
Yeah.
Xerox copies
Yeah.
of this thing. So this is the original, because what you see in that picture is the glue marks coming through the paper. Do you see it?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it's so cool though, because that's the original that my mom. Tell them what my mom did.
So
My mom passed away, and so she's no longer with us. But so now we can talk about it.
right. No, she gladly helped you out because. So again, as we go down this history portion of Roy LoCascio's high school years and Nick Majorano's, is that Roy ran for school president, and he was up against some fierce competition, so we thought. On the day of the election, or the night before the election night eve, Roy's mom, who worked at New York Telephone at the time, photocopied thousands and thousands and thousands of copies of Roy LoCascio for President posters. As the students were walking into Christopher Columbus High School,
It looked like wallpaper.
we had everyone with this Roy LoCascio for president. So when they voted, they had no choice but to vote for Roy because they didn't know
They
anybody
couldn't
else that was
think
on the
of
ballot.
anything else.
Right,
the
exactly.
Entire entryway of
Including-
this massive high school was
Right.
covered.
Now, let's go back full circle here. So the reason why, Pac-Man was originally Puckman, and they thought they would change the P to an F, We had a classmate. He now lives in England, but a classmate by the name of Larry Flick. He ran against Roy and obviously lost because Roy won the election. When you put the L and the I together, you put a line underneath, the F-L-I-C-K became Larry, the F word. And so when I saw this fact about Pacman being Puckman, it reminded me of high school. And now that I've taken you on this rabbit hole of a journey of high school, now you know Roy LaCassia won the presidency of the, was it a senior year, wasn't it? 1981?
Yeah, 1980. Or I think it was 80.
1980. Yeah, so he, but thanks to his mom who photocopied. By the way, New York Tel just called. You owe them $1,752 for the photocopies.
My God, my God. What they took from the phone company.
Right.
They used it like their own personal thing.
It's unbelievable.
We'd go there and make long distance phone calls. Back then it was expensive.
Yeah.
They had a lounge area. Me and my brother would sit there and make prank phone calls all day long.
That was you?
Crazy.
That was you?
That was me.
Okay.
Saying, is your refrigerator running? Yeah, it's running. Well, you better go catch it.
Never heard that before. Never, ever, ever. All right, back to the show.
Well, speaking of Pac-Man.
Yes?
Paco.
Yes?
Do you know what the highest possible score is in Pac-Man?
Isn't it infinity?
No. 3,333,360.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 333.
I know. I thought it was like 33333. No, it's not. And that is the highest score you can get in the game. Few players have ever done it. And when you do reach that score, a knock on the door, and you open the door, and there's this young Japanese girl there going, Paco, Paco.
Yes. Doomsday in 1995. Windows 95 came out. Boy, how clever were they, huh? Windows 95 in 1995.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
the game.
He's a real trendsetter, isn't he?
He is. The game Doom was estimated to be installed on more PCs than Windows 95. This was largely due to Doom's shareware release, which allowed widespread distribution and installation of the game. The popularity of Doom even led Bill Gates to consider acquiring ID Software and later to collaborate on a Windows 95 port of the game to promote the new operating system. Do you remember Windows 95? Man, that was like way back when. Jeez.
I thought Doom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they had rotary dials on phones.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us. You're listening to Paco. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Wall Street, Bay Street, NASDAQ, Hang Seng, loonies, toonies, dollars, and yens. This is On the Money with Nick and Roy.
Nothing to see here. Nothing at all to see here, people. When the euro was first introduced as a currency, the bridges that were depicted on the banknotes were fictitious structures. Okay?
Really?
Yep. But that was
a fake.
They were.
It's like the value of the euro.
Right, exactly. Until Robin Stam came up with the idea of reconstructing them, the bridges, in the Netherlands.
Oh, so he said, look, I'm going to make this because it's already on the money.
That's right.
On the money.
And he's on the money. Exactly, 100%. So there you go. He went, he built them in the nether regions. The Netherlands.
Nether regions, yeah. When you get from one side of the bridge to the other, the thing goes off.
When you pay your toll, that's what you hear at the end as a receipt.
Oh, that means you can go.
Wow, it's been a slice.
Secret Service was invented in 1865
to protect the president, right?
Right, you think, right?
Yeah.
Protect because of Lincoln and blah blah blah. Okay,
Yeah.
no. The Congress was upset because 1/4 to 1/2 of all currency being exchanged in the United States was counterfeit.
Oh,
and if the people found out, they would have lost faith in the money. And so they invented the Secret Service to go out and weed out these counterfeiters so that they could make law and order back with the money and faith in the money. Yep.
Pretty good.
There you go. The Secret Service was not invented for what it does. By the way, they still do federal currency.
So the Secret Service, along with along with
counterfeiting.
Nice try. So you're thinking with all the technology today with color printers and everything, right? How easy is it? You talk about, this is a great segue, I think, because you talk about counterfeit money. So with all the new technologies today, like the way that you can literally duplicate a perfect facsimile of a copy, the perfect colors and everything.
I tried this with myself, Nick,
Right,
and
yeah,
it's just
but- yeah,
impossible.
exactly.
You know?
He tried to clone-
Some things cannot be reproduced.
No, not at all. In fact, Roy tried to clone himself, but then he lost the original. So you know what? People told you go reproduce yourself, but that's when you figured out that's not what they were saying. Right, exactly. Go reproduce yourself. It didn't have the same ring as it is, the other expression. Photoshop incorporates a counterfeit.
Stop monkeying around.
That's
Nick.
right. There you go. Photoshop incorporates a counterfeit deterrent system, CDS they call it, that prevents users.
CDS.
They prevent users from opening or editing images containing currency to deter counterfeiting.
So it knows if you're putting a bill in there.
That's
They probably
right.
have a built-in program that knows different facsimiles of bills.
The system developed in collaboration with the Central Bank Counterfeit Deterrence Group, so the CBCDG, for those of you keeping it score.
Now we got a lot of letters there.
Oh, you
A, B, C, D, C, D, A, H,
It's
H, K.
CBCDG, the Central Bank Counterfeit Deterrence Group, recognizes the patterns like the Urion constellation found in banknotes and blocks operations. So they know most
That's
of the
a lot
currency.
to say, Nick. I'll
It
be
is a
honest
lot of
with you.
letters. It is. But anyway, do not
I think
try.
I'm going to call the A, B, C, D, C, F, Gs.
CBCDG.
You're in big trouble.
No, are you kidding me? Wow.
So before 1913, Nick, which is not that long ago, I mean, you were already probably around 25.
Yeah, that's when I started puberty. Yeah.
So before 1913, banks had the right, with their, I guess, like charters of being a bank,
Right.
to print their own money.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see how things was like probably in the 1800s, things were getting a little out of control. You had the counterfeiting problems. You had banks printing their own money. So by 1913, Congress says, enough of this nonsense. We got to create central banks and we got to create mints that print money. Right now in the United States, there's only 2 places where they print bills.
Right.
There are other coinage mints, but the actual printed bills are from 2 different places. So very interesting, though, to see the history of how American money evolves.
Well, speaking of currency and
I like when it evolves into my pocket.
right, exactly. No, mine dissolves in my pocket. So you talk about currency, you talk about bills, you talk about coins. In the Danish krone currency, holes were used for the first time in 1924, and it helps to distinguish between the coins.
So the krone, a coin, had a hole in it.
That's right. Later, the hole disappeared, but was introduced in the 25 ore coin in 1966. The hole is still found in the 1, 2, and 5 krone coins, and in the 1989 coin series that we use today. Both World War I and World War II resulted in metal shortages, and so that sort of affected that. But
So they put a hole in there to save on metal.
That's
probably.
right, exactly. But it helped distinguish between.
Plus, when you hold it up in the air and peek through it, it goes pickle pickle.
No, it's Paco.
Plus, you need to get a cab. You just blow through it, and it's a whistle.
Right, yeah,
There's so many
exactly.
uses for the
Oh,
krone.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
All right, so here's some more testimonials from our birthday messages that we talked to you about before. Go to nickandroy.com and the Nick and Roy store. Cindy writes, she had ordered a birthday message for her brother, and she writes, yes, he liked it, as did everyone else. So I imagine they play this for a group of people, which is happening more and more. They're having these birthday gatherings, and so they're going to play
That's been the trend. Yeah.
It is.
That's been the trend.
So
now.
she says there was so much fun. There was so much laughing at one point that she thought some of those listening would lose their breath. Here's the key part of all this message. I may have won the award for best gift.
Harold from Martha's Vineyard. He said my birthday was amazing. I had a big party. All my friends were at the party. Okay, but anyway, he says I had a big party that they threw for me. All of my friends and family were there. They had food and drinks and a band playing. But the highlight of my birthday was in the middle of it when the band stopped and they played your birthday message for the entire crowd.
Wow.
The place erupted in laughter and applause. I just want to thank you guys. That was fantastic.
There you
and
go.
the best part of my birthday. Harold from Martha's Vineyard.
If you want to experience the same thing, once again, go to nickandroy.com and click on the Nick and Roy store. On the show today, we talked about food, we talked about money, we talked about games. It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
A family came face to face with a naked man inside their home.
Did they turn the other cheek?
As I wrote the teaser, I'm like, they came face to face with the man's cheeks. But anyway,
Face to moon.
yeah, they did. I don't know if it was evening. I guess it was in the evening. Yes, so the moon was out. The moon was out. Man, boy, you're really quick, aren't you? The frightening encounter happened in Oklahoma City, in a neighborhood. The bizarre break-in started inside the family's home. Once the family confronted they confronted him. Boy, oh boy, brave family. They confronted the naked man.
He affronted them.
Oh, yes, but then he left out their back door.
So he was naked.
Yes,
He broke into their house naked.
that's right. And then he left out their back door, skipped. So he skipped.
That's you
Yeah.
just teed that one up, but I
No,
can't.
listen. Once I'm
They
just
came
reading.
in the front
listen,
door and left out the back door, so to
Exactly,
speak.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So that he skipped to the pond. I don't know if he skipped to my loo, but he skipped to the pond
And jumped in the pond.
And jumped in the pond. Police
In
say
his birthday suit.
yes. Maybe he heard it.
Speaking of birthday messages,
Yeah. Well, that's not the kind of birthday message that we provide. However, police say
Right, please don't send us this, guys.
no. He was in there in the pond for about an hour. Talk about shrinkage. Before they were able to get him out, he was waiting
Right, so
around.
they call the cops. This guy's taking a skinny dip
Right, because he got
out
caught.
the back door.
Right. He was waiting around very much like a
Did he
hippopotamus.
steal anything from the house? Because he didn't have many pockets to put it in.
Well, we're not sure if there was.
Well, then again, there were places he could put it.
Oh, all the places they can hide. Him waiting around very much like a hippopotamus was very strange.
He just was laying in there,
Yeah.
wallowing.
Waiting. I don't know what he's waiting for.
He's waiting.
I don't know what he's waiting for.
Waiting for police.
Right, yeah, he was. So the homeowner says the incident was unlike anything else he's ever seen before. I was ready to see my son.
Or again.
So he says that he was ready to see his son and mom coming home from the martial arts class. I thought that was them knocking.
They were out getting a kick.
Well, they were. He thought it was them knocking on the front door. But by the time he opened the front door to let them in, the back door was being opened by a big, fat, naked, crazy guy.
Oh.
He's
He had
described.
to throw the. Oh.
Why wouldn't
I
he
don't
describe?
appreciate that.
No. Wait a minute. No, there's some truth here.
He weight shamed him.
No, well, listen. The back door was being opened by a big, fat, naked, crazy guy, 6'2" and over 400 pounds. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
You got to grease the sides of the door to get that guy in.
Or out. Maybe he went in sideways.
How did he get into the pond? He must have created like a tsunami.
Yes, the first ever tsunami in Oklahoma City. By the time, so now check this out. By the time, this is the homeowner now, I'm quoting him. By the time I could go and be armed or help myself to protect my family, my wife was doing the exact same thing. So they have a his and hers of guns, I guess. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Anytime a big, gigantic...
Oh, wait a minute. So they got out the gun.
That's what it sounds like. Because he says, by the time I could be armed or help myself protect my family, my wife was doing the exact same thing.
Meantime, the son jumped out and he was like,
Yes.
he came from the martial arts.
That's right. Yeah,
And
exactly.
then his sister jumped out and went, piku, piku.
So watch this. So anytime a big, gigantic, naked man, like how many times does this happen? But anytime a big, gigantic, naked man comes into your house unwanted, the
This is how my wife must feel every night when I come to bed.
Right.
So I keep her away from the guns.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Go on with
that's
the
just
naked fat man.
So anytime a big, gigantic, naked man comes into your house unwanted, here's my version
Again,
of
the useful information.
it
So
is.
Go ahead.
His de-escalation is, well, it's pretty quick, the de-escalation. He then walked out the back door through their yard, which leads to the neighborhood pond. As we said, I saw one of the strangest things I've ever seen, the homeowner says, following somebody out of your own house into a pond that's not supposed to be swimming in, full of snakes.
But what's going to attack him?
Well,
You know, I mean,
I'm glad
honestly,
you
a snake,
asked.
A turtle, they're
well,
afraid of him.
Those ponds were full of snakes and snapping turtles.
Oh.
Huh?
But then again, this guy's so fat he couldn't find it. So how's a turtle going to find it? You know, I mean,
You know,
you don't have to worry about that.
In the snap, really. They
Yeah,
watched
he hasn't
him.
seen it in a long time.
What was the joke? He was so fat that when he had his shoe shined, he took the guy's word for it. Anyway, so they.
This guy wasn't wearing shoes.
Well, he was.
He wasn't wearing pants either.
Oh, right, that's right. That small fact with this big man.
I wondered, did he have sneakers on? Because he could have hurt his feet going to the pond.
We're not sure. They just watched him jump in the pond.
Maybe he had Crocs on, you know?
That's right. He had Crocs on while he was evading snakes and
He had
snapping
Crocs on
turtles.
while he was displaying his crack.
Right. That's right.
Out the back door.
The people. Exactly.
So wait, how did the cops get him out of the pond? With a crane?
They probably. All it says here is that they watched him jump in the pond and stay there for about an hour, as we said, until police coaxed him out.
They coaxed him out. What'd they use, like a Big Mac?
Probably.
Big Mac on a fishing pole. Come on.
Fillet of fish. That's all the time that we have.
By
for
that time, the turtles had done their dastardly
Oh yes, they
deed.
did their snapping.
Little
Speaking, we're
snapper.
gonna snap out of here, as that's all the time we have for this episode of Total
Oh,
Use
come on, Nick. We
Information
could stay a little longer.
with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet far and wide to find more totally useless information just for you next week.
Yes, and until then, we really do appreciate your emails, so please keep sending them. And also, do what you've been doing, guys, telling everyone to listen to the show. We appreciate it so much, and we love doing it for you.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is recorded and produced in Canada. For more totally useless information, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.